Good afternoon, everyone. We're gonna start shortly. Hello. नीचे करूँ मतलब अच्छा रुको मैंने टेबल पे रखा है एक्चुअली आई एम यूजिंग द बेड टेबल ओके ठीक ओके ओके ठीक 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 फाइन 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 ओके ठीक हाँ मुझे मैसेज कर देना एक बार ठीक है आई एम देयर ओके ठीक ठीक ओके आई एम गोइंग टू सिट इन द ऑफिस मैं ऑफिस में जाके बैठ रही हूँ ठीक है तो या ऑफिस में अच्छा है 1 सेकेंड it is off don't worry
मम्मी अपना वो गली बंद करो।
Tanmay bhai, just confirm if my voice is audible.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Very good afternoon.
We're
Tanmay
gonna
bhai,
start shortly, sir.
Tanmay, just confirm if my voice is audible.
Sir, your voice is audible, sir. You are audible to everyone, sir.
Sure. Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I hope the session will be going to be a wonderful one. So we'll be starting up within 5 minutes. So without wasting much ado, let's start the session of today. So I once again welcome all the participants to the third session of the day three, the Faculty Development Program by Atul Manit Bhopal. We are glad today we have among us with our next speakers, Mr. Abhishek and Tanmay, who would be jointly talking about capacity building through affirmative mindset. We welcome you, sir. We extend a warm welcome to Mr. Tanmay Agrawal, who is an assistant professor of law at Jagran Lake City University, Bhopal. He is now pursuing his PhD in artificial intelligence and IPR and had earlier got his LLM from Gujarat National Law University. He has also been a youth advocate for human rights and Indian delegate at conferences working on United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and had been an awardee at World Youth Summit. Mr. Tanmay has been invited to adjudicate moot courts and client counseling competitions. He has also bagged the Best Research Paper Awards, apart from participating in 30 plus national international conferences and few notable publications as well. Being apart from academic fraternity, he looks forward to continue imparting legal education in new ways and also mentor students for their best productivity. We welcome you, sir, and we are glad to have you with us today. So please
Thanks a
share
lot.
a few words, sir.
Thanks a lot, Tripti.
Thank you, sir. Now we also welcome Mr. Abhishek, who is the co-founder of Udyam Shala, a firm partnering with educational institutions and striving towards excellence in the field of education. He is also a trainer, coach, a professional speaker, counselor, and a neuro linguistic programming coach as well. He has experience of training and mentoring more than 1 lakh students, many parents and teachers on various other subject matters as behavioral transformation, goal setting, decision making, storytelling, leadership, and team building, to mention a few. We hope to learn from your experience, sir, as well. Now, I would like to have Mr. Tanmay Agrawal to say a few words and to greet our audiences.
Sure. Thanks a lot, Tripti.
Thank you, sir.
I am truly honored to be a part of this wonderful faculty development program. We have been together since the last 2 days, and it's a pride for me to be addressing such eminent uh, faculties over here. And without wasting much time, I'll totally directly come to the topic, which is capacity building through affirmative mindset. And myself, as well as Mr. Abhishek, will be taking up this particular topic together. And he has been a great coach and a friend to me as well. So yes, with this, on these notes, I'll briefly share my slide with all of you, and we'll start right away.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Since the last 2 days of this faculty development program, we have been hearing about the positive mindset and rest ways on how to actually proceed and do well in our lives. So yes, here we are presenting this session of capacity building through affirmative mindset. I hope the slides are visible to everyone.
Yes, sir. The slides are visible,
Very
sir.
much.
Wonderful. Thanks a lot. So yes, through this time, we all are totally in awe about leadership, business innovation, management, and everything. And it is all only and only made possible through the ways of positive thinking, and by only expanding your horizon and coming to this particular point when you can see this. Yeah, that yes, you have total firm belief in your own selves, and I'm sure that every one of us present over here would agree with me. And before moving ahead, I would just show you some glimpses of some wonderful photos that I had grabbed. And I would want you guys to try and judge what these things are. And then eventually I'll be telling you what this scientific research is telling us all about. So here we are. These are certain compiled photos from various uh, dimensions, and these are certain molecules, and there are certain captions written below this. I would want every one of you to just visualize it, see it, and let me know about how you feel about it and what is your perception. Yes. So there is one photo that we have, which says thank you. The second photo says you make me sick. The third one says love and appreciation. Fourth one, water molecules before prayer. And the fifth one, water molecules after prayer. Yes. So can anyone see or judge what these kinds of molecules are talking about?
Hmm. So
Absolutely, yes. So we have wonderful answers in the chat box. Yes, yes. After prayers, we become more organized and well structured. Fine, wonderful. So yes, this was some observation that I was wanting to have from you, all of you. So yes, definitely, this is a wonderful scientific study done by Mr. One scientist from Japan, Masaru Emoto. He's a scientist, and he has proven that through his decades of research that these water molecules are even so much interactive, and they are so much affected by even normal gestures, right? So if you take a bowl of water in your hand and you give that particular bowl of water good affirmations, you appreciate it, you love it, right? And uh, then these are the structures of the molecules that how it responds to it, right? And then similar water molecules, if you take that same bowl in your hand and you abuse it, you say bad words to it, you just say random things that you make me sick, just for an illustration, you can see the structure of molecule is not that let's say beautiful, right? So when we can understand that such innate objects, or let's say molecules of water, when even they have a response to the positive and negative vibes, we are of course human beings. We are definitely, we have a better acumen towards it, and we respond accordingly as well, right? So I would just move on and show you some certain more pictures. So this is a scientific study, and we're not talking something about beliefs. All right. So had someone told me that all of this is about belief system, but yes, now we have a practical research in front of us that even such molecules of water do respond and react to this the vibes. Before prayer and after prayers, you had seen that particular transformation, right? So on those notes, uh, I am here to once again talk about the exploring and the potential and the power of affirmative mindset. So I'm sure that we can understand that there is power in positivity. So on those notes, I would just like to initiate the discussion, and so that we are interacting throughout the session, I would just initiate this point that every one of us can just I would want from you guys to inculcate more and more positivity, so that we are throughout this 1.5 hour of a session, we'll be more and more motivated and more interactive. So I would just start this flow by my initials T and A, Tanmay Agrawal. So I would say two of the positive words from T and A. I would want you guys to proceed with that. So for example, my name is Tanmay Agrawal. So I'll say T for transformative and T for target oriented. These are two positive words. And definitely, when you say these things to yourself, you're actually motivating and inviting the law of attraction to fulfill all of your wishes. Then from A, I'll say ambitious and affirmative. Yes. So can we have the participants to share the initials of their names and put up certain positive words just to start up the session and set the ball rolling. Wonderful. So we have initiations: great Geeta, gracious Grita, wonderful. A, aspiring. J, joyful, wonderful. Yes. So as you can see that just by observing such and just getting hearing to these words, we are automatically escalated and the energy goes totally high. And such sessions, when we have been conducting in person, it is all the more interactive. So since this particular session is online and it is the only way through which you and I, we can totally interact, and I'm totally loving the responses. Thanks a lot once again. C, confident. H, honesty, humanity, humbleness. A, attractiveness, attentiveness. Thanks a lot. Wonderful. So now I'm sure that every one of us are excited to the session. So with this, I take you towards my next construct. Yes. So we are going to talk about little bit about the universal law of karma. Now, this is a kind of thing based on belief, right? So I will not talk much about it, but yes, I'll eventually just let you know, and we'll be coming up to the law of attraction, which has once again somewhere been discussed, and which has been not exactly proven, but yes, we have been having case studies which have been telling us that yes, if someone is actually asking for the positivity in their life and they're working towards it, they're definitely going to succeed. And I'm sure that this is how it works. So coming back to the law of karma, it eventually says we do have such theories, especially into the Hindu mythology and our features, that the whatever you do is would be coming back to you sooner or later, directly or indirectly, right? So the universe, I would like to clear that out. I would like to clear that conceptions out. The universe is not punishing you or blessing you with karma, right? The universe is merely responding back to your vibrations, right? So if you set out good and great vibrations, positive vibrations, it comes back to you. And similarly goes with the negative things, right? That is why it said that be good to everyone and be mindful of what you're bringing into the existence, because somewhere or the other, sometime or the other time, that would definitely come back to you. Yes. So that's how we have started off the pace about the law of attraction. And here certain quotes that I wanted to highlight and I have shared with all of you. Whatever you want, desire, or need, just ask the universe. They know and believe that it is yours. The universe will always answer. Your wish is my command. You have been hearing such kind of motivational talks and lectures from our previous speakers, and especially referring about Sri Ram Verma, that we had the opportunity to interact with him yesterday. He had told us about the neuro linguistic programming and how we can program our mind for success and how we can achieve everything that we want, right? So there are no foundations at all. So you are your only limitation. You are the only one who is stopping yourself, that you are not able to do these things. It's only your viewpoints, and these are only your misconceptions in your mind. If you set out the pace that yes, you will achieve it, then no power, no big power in this universe can stop you from achieving your goals. Yes. So, since we have been talking so much about greatness, and we have been talking so much about the genie and the Aladdin stories in the last session, just imagine that right now, in front of all of us, appears this wonderful genie, and he's ready to fulfill your three wishes. So, can we respond to that? Most of us, we have been under this construct that we are not exactly sure of what we want from life, from a longer duration. So we are usually vague about what we are thinking. We do want everything happiness, we don't want success in life, but how? And what all are the things that would make you happy in the long run? So yes, can we have just a short another exercise? Just imagining, and we don't even need to imagine. The genie is right in front of us, as we can see. Yes. So can we have some of us to kindly share the top three wishes that they want in their lives? Yes. Through that, I'll take you to the next construct. So can we have some more participation? That could be anything. It could be with regard to your professional life, with regard to your let's say your fitness, or with regard to anything that you wish in life. So go ahead. Let's see your wishes, and let's see what are the vibes that you're spreading out to the atmosphere, to the world, cosmos, which is eventually going to come back to you and fulfill your wishes. This is the step one. This is the step one. Ask freely. Ask. Dream big. We have been hearing all these things, but yes, I'll eventually take all of this discussion towards the execution level, and I'll make you believe that yes, everything is possible. But yes, let's just take the step one. Let us all share what we want in life.
We're getting
Yes,
some answers in
wonderful.
the
We are
chat box,
having
sir.
wonderful views. Thank you, Tripti, for the reminder. Yeah, I've just checked out the chat box. We have people telling peace, health, wealth, and yes, as we have all wonderful faculties, there's this one uh, professor who is wishing for the success of his students. Wonderful, wonderful. So that is the some kind of difference that no other profession can have at all. So it is only the parents who are having unconditional love, and they wish their wards to succeed. Then the second most noble profession, as we can see right now, we can see the faculties wishing for the success of the students. Just imagine, you just have three wishes, and we have this wonderful faculty wishing for the success of their students. Hats off to you, sir. Hats off. Then we have Mr. Abhishek telling us business teams of 500 people. Wonderful, sir. Definitely, we'll do that. We'll totally achieve that together. Farmhouse of 25 acres. Wonderful, sir. So the genie is there to bless you. And yes, then we have someone telling us about beautiful bungalow with all amenities. Wonderful. Yes. So more or less, thanks a lot for your response. So you would eventually see it yourself about the kinds of responses that we are getting. Right. I'm not demeaning anyone, but just imagine that if we had three wishes, would you want to like, let's say, ask such things that just limit your business to only 500 people, or limit your farmhouse to just only 25 acres? Come on, we can do better than that. We can do better than that. But yes, definitely, uh, this is the step one, and that's splendid. That's splendid. So let's now come back and check the motivation level, and let's go ahead and let's see how can we execute it. All right. So we have one pop-up. This is the Constitution of India. How did it come up? Yes, is it relevant to the discussion? Not at all. I'm sorry. I suppose this is the slide that I have been teaching earlier to my students in the first half, because I'm a faculty of law. So here's the Constitution of India. We can see the preamble. Yes. So this is something that I wanted to highlight through this particular Constitution of India. Yes, and I'm sure once I take you to the next slide, you all would definitely agree that this is something worthwhile and linked to the topic. Let me tell you how. So this is just a representation, just a significant representation, and it's just one analogy, and not with respect to the Constitution of India, but yes, this is the law of the land, the law of a country, and it definitely needs legislative amendments or anything to be changed. But yes, we as individuals, we do not have any control over it. All right. So this represents all of these circumstances in our lives that we have no control over it, right? So you and me as individuals, we might not have that kind of a control, right, over the external factors of how people respond to you, of how people say that yes, you are good or you're bad, right? So let us not be involved into that. But yes, coming back to the next slide, and yes, this is what exactly it is. If you cannot change the constitution, you can change your life constitution at least. Yes, so you are the architect of your own destiny, you're the author of your life, so you are the one to decide what you want from your life. Yes, so irrespective of the things that you cannot change, that's totally fine. Totally go with the flow, respect everyone, but yes, you should be the one to decide what you want from your life. And we already have that success. The step one we have already taken, and most of you have been so wonderfully responding to this, the points, and you have been noting down that what exactly do you want from this life of yours. Yes, wonderful. I'm sure that all of the faculties assembled over here, we have been wishing for the success of our students, and apart from teaching them the, let's say, the particular subjects. For example, if someone is a professor of a engineering college, they would be teaching them those aspects. But apart from that, it is very, very pertinent to be a great mentor to all of your students. Yes. So whatever understandings or whatever teachings would remain to your students, the most important and relevant part would be the motivation, or would be the mentoring support that you provide to your student. And I'm sure with my limited years of teaching or into the legal academia, I still have many of the students coming back to me and telling, yes, you had motivated me at this point of time, and you had let us know about this opportunity, and yes, we had interned over there and we had got a great response. You had helped us into mood competitions and such activities. All right. So that's something that I believe that each and every faculty or teachers ought to do that, and they are already doing it. But let's just move ahead and see towards how we can guide them in a better manner. So here is the concept of ikigai. I'm sure most of us have read the book by the same name. Yes, have we? All right. So yeah, it is basically one concept which is the reason for being, your reason for existence, and it is telling us about how we should be leading our lives. And even the tagline of this particular book was talking about was that Japanese secret towards long and happy life, right? So as a matter of fact, we do know that the people of Japan, China, they have a long life expectancy rate. Yes, so they are living better lives, happy lives. And why? What is the exact secret behind it? So there were some people who came up and evolved this particular theory and concept, which is beautifully mentioned in that book as well. And talking about this particular concept of ikigai, it is the amalgamation of what all is available to you as a matter of fact in your lives, and what is your pertinent and what is your choice in life. What is it that you are willing to do, right? So this is very, very pertinent for the faculties as well as the students while we're guiding them across, let's say, towards choosing their careers in life, what they actually want to do, especially students who are yet to decide their careers in life. So these Venn diagrams, they are all illustrative, and we have such things like passion, mission, profession, and vocation. All right. So ikigai is said to be the perfect balanced combination of everything that would give you a wonderful life ahead. And yes, so basically, let's just go step by step. I'll take you through that through the demonstrative thing. So this is one satisfaction you get while you're pursuing your passion. All right, but while pursuing your passion, it might not be enough to sustain your life needs, or might not be enough to like satisfy you at all levels, right? So you have to check it out, that what are the things that you are good at, what is your profession, what you can actually make your profession. But yes, you also have to check out that what are the things that the world needs from you, what you are innately wanting to do, what do you love to do. Yes, which is what is your passion, what is your mission. But yes, at the same time, checking out the needs, what the world wants from you, and what you could be paid for. All right. So we have been having various movies talking about following your passions and following your dreams, just going about it. Yes, but let's just come back to the practicalities. We just might not be able to follow our passions unless and until we are analyzing those things, and we are able to check that domain, that yes, whether this could be a wholesome package, and would this be giving us satisfaction and happiness that we actually desire from life. Yes. So these are the things that have been basically into construct. Right. I've been having many of my students coming up to me and asking me that, sir, what all are the prospective areas, and what all are the areas that uh, कि सर स्कोप कहाँ पे है, जहाँ कहाँ स्कोप कहाँ पे है, what are the areas in which we can be paid very well and what we can do very well, right? So I definitely let them know, but with the terms and conditions attached to it, right? So this scope is definitely there, but more than the scope, you have to be best at what you do. So there is a very, very pertinent need to amalgamate those two things. You need to check out your passion, you need to check out the let's say demand and supply, basically, right? So while there might be a great demand, let's say for people into the corporate sector, all right, and the corporate sector might be very well paying off, right? But then if you're not, if that is not eventually giving you satisfaction, or that is not, let's say, what you actually wanted to do from life, right? So that might not eventually fit into your agenda of your life, and you would eventually you just might go there, and you might get success greatly for, let's say, 2 to 5 years, but then you might think to just leave the job. And that is why we have such attrition rates, high attrition rates in top notch law firms, and even in general, right? So I'm not commenting on that, but it's a general study. I'm talking on facts. Yes. So eventually, that is what you need to find out. And definitely, I would totally encourage all of my students and people who are wanting to do that, and wanting to be famous, have their name, and do pursue their careers into the corporate sector. Definitely go for it. But yes, you do need to know the pros and cons of every thing, and what is the innate thing that makes you happy, right? So that's the summary of the whole Japanese concept of ikigai. And uh, I would like to thank them for this wonderful concept. And although many of the Indian things have also been imbibed, but yes, this is one that I have chosen for today. And this is just one more illustration for the same. It talks about the philosophy and the deliberation constructs of what you wanting to do, or what you can do. With this, I would also take another construct, and also let you guys, every one of you, know that that apart from guiding your students, this is the wonderful attribute, as we have seen through the demonstrations, that the faculties are willing for the well-being and success of their students. But at the same time, I would also like to give a short example of of the person who had, at the age of 65 years, launched his very own new venture that he always wanted to do after multiple number of failures. Yes. So that brand is KFC, fried chicken. Yes. So we are well aware about his story. He was an old man, and at the age of 65, even at that point of time, he dared to do something new, or let's say do something that he wanted to do in his life, and that brought him success. We all have at least some of the other food joints that we know, and branches of KFC opened worldwide, and that shows about his success, at least in the professional sense, right? So I feel that that's how I have demonstrated that. So basically, this the age is just a number, as we say, right? So even apart from guiding our students, being a mentor to them, feel free to use the same level of acumen, and use the same wisdom for your own selves. Yes. So if there's something that you still want to do, uh, you're totally free to pursue it. Yes. So the genie is all set, and he's ready to grant your three wishes. Yes. So even if at this point of time you feel that this is, let's say, it's troubling you out, it's a tensed way, you could pursue your passion as well. Yeah. Yes. Because there's no age to not to pursue your passion. All right. So while being a faculty, while being a teacher, you can also pursue your passions. You can do the things that you love, and that gives you happiness, true happiness. Yes. So even if one of the participants are well taken by it, and they are happy by it, I'll be more than glad, and I'll be considering it my privilege that yes, I have impacted someone. Yes. So moving ahead, I'll just give a short, very quick reference of the 10 rules of Ikigai that have been demonstrated without getting much into it. Just I'll quickly demonstrate that how they have been going through it. It's about staying active, yes, being proactive, yes, and doing it step by step, and taking it slowly. And I'm sure my colleague Mr. Abhishek, he would be telling you about that in a great detail once we're done by this. Yes. Then he would be also taking us forward about the intricacies on how we can reconnect with nature, how we can give thanks and come back to it. Yes. So these are a few points that I wish to share with all of you. This is not something new. We all have been hearing motivational speakers. We all know this. But yes, when it comes to execution, I myself would admit that when we are writing our let's say year goals in January 2020, I was very, very excited that I'll do this, I'll do that. I had made the whole diary listing my key points to be done in this, let's say, in this particular year, and even in this particular week. So we are wonderful. We know everything. Yes, we are experts. Most of us are eminent professors having their PhDs. So they definitely know all of this. And when it comes to implementing it, we just need to try and analyze on how we could take it forward. So the first step goes that you all have taken with me, and I'm grateful to all of you for that. You have dared to dream big. uh, I would just say it as a matter of facts once again, that a majority of the people are not even trying to dream big. Yes. So if you're not taking the first step, you might not reach to your goal. Yes. This is my presumption, and I believe that this would be agreed. Yes. Then secondly, after having the outline of what you wish to do, what you are wanting to do, you have to work hard towards it, smartly towards it, then to have a positive mindset towards it. All right. The fourth point goes as working persistently towards it. As you go on, you need to have smaller goals to take you towards the broader picture. Yes, and for your goals to get materialized and manifested in your lives. Then goes elimination of the unnecessary distractions. you do know that there are various distractions, maybe social media, maybe anything else, maybe other people telling you that no, you cannot do it. Yes. So on this, I would just like to demonstrate a very, very short and simple example, that while we are growing a plant, we are very, very patient, and we the farmer especially, or even us, if some of us are gardening, while gardening, we have to be patient. First of all, we sow the seed. We're not checking up on a daily basis by extracting the seed whether it has grown or it has not grown, right? So the patience is definitely a great virtue. Apart from that, we all know that what all are the essentials, the positivity that that seed needs to get so as to become a flourishing tree. Yes, so all the positivity is there. Point number three. Point number four, uh, positive mindset and working persistently towards it. But we also need to safeguard that little sapling, that little seed which has not even yet germinated, from the distractions. All right. So that is why while farming, the farmers have the fencing, so that the let's say the plant, the animals are not eating it out, right? So so it is once again just an analogy for us to remain persistent towards our goals, and just do not listen to people who are saying that you cannot do it, right? Definitely have a proper opinion, take their feedbacks, but ultimately take your own call towards it. Yes. And then nothing would be able to stop you from achieving your goals. And once you get that, once you have your goals accomplished, do not forget to thank God, your parents, and everyone who made it possible. All right. And then once you have that success, you would have that innate responsibility, your innate tendency to inspire others as well. That's why this comes as aspire, achieve, and inspire. All right. So once you have dared to dream big, you have aspired to achieve your goals, you have achieved your goals, and then you would set out to inspire others. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Yes. So definitely, the attitude of gratitude is something to be kept into mind, and I'm sure we'll be talking about it in the coming time. Yes, this is the grateful. I am grateful for all of the things in my life. I am grateful for my parents, for my teachers who have made me this, right? So as I just told you about the law of attraction, whatever things that you are sending the vibes towards the cosmos, that is ultimately coming back to you. Yes, yes, we have been hearing that a lot, and we have been practicing it. So all the greatest leaders of the world do practice this attitude of gratitude. I'm sure, and that is the difference between, let's say, one particular boss or a leader. The leader is always looking out to extend a helping hand towards others. Yes. And at the same time, he's grateful for all the things that he have achieved in his life, and with that, he's telling God that yes, these are the things that I want in my life. So basically, it's just like a menu card, right? So whenever you're taking yes, that yes, I'm grateful for it, you thank God for it, you thank the cosmos for that, all of these things in your life. So basically, when you are impress taking an impression of it, and you're actually saying thank you towards it, you're just recollecting and you're recalling for those things to happen in your life once again. All right. So as a part of our third very, very small exercise, I would want some of the participants to just put a few lines that what are the things in life that you're grateful for. Yes, what all are the things that you are grateful? Life, wonderful, of course. Let's just have some more responses. What all to what all things can you be grateful? Yes. So basically, it's just emitting positive vibes. All right. And while you're responding in the chat box, I'll also take you towards the other side of the picture. Whenever you believe it, or you may not believe it, if there's something bad, let's just say, for an instance, there was one tragic accident. You would say that I did not invite this accident, मैंने तो नहीं बुलाया था इसको. Yes, I did not call for this thing to happen. Or if there's something bad, you would say that no, this is not what I had called for, right? So at the larger picture, when you see the larger picture, you'll definitely come to know that you'll realize that over your thought patterns, over the things that you have been thinking, they take certain time to materialize into your life. Whenever you're in a sorry state of affairs, or let's say whenever you are feeling grief, you are demotivated, you're feeling let's say you're not that confident, and you're cursing someone, you're saying that this is bad, this is not how it is supposed to be. uh, exactly about the molecules of water that I had illustrated, that same goes with the humans and all of us, right? So that is some frequency that you have emitted, and if you believe, well and good, you would be moving ahead with it. Otherwise, let's just give it a try. Let's just try for a while. Let's just try this attitude for gratitude for 1 month, and let's not curse any of the happenings in your life, and then see the magical change in your life. I'm sure it would be something to thank the universe and cosmos for. I'm sure. So before concluding my part of the session, I'm sharing this wonderful extract by the book "You Can Heal Your Life" by Miss Louise Hay. I'm sure most of us might be aware of it, and if not, I have presented it in front of you. And these are certain positive affirmations. If you follow these things well, and if you say these great things to yourself, you would be emitting the positive energy and positive vibes throughout the cosmos. And then you all know how the law of the attraction works very well. Yes. So I would just initiate some of these lines, and if possible, repeat behind me. Yes. So in this infinity of life, where I am, all is perfect, whole, and complete. Before that, I would just request the admin to kindly grant permission to all to switch on their mics, so that we can do this positive affirmation before moving ahead. Yes, let's just do it together, right? So yes, come behind me, all of us. Come on, come on. So this is how we are exciting the positive vibes, and we are amplifying it. All right. So
Hello.
although it might seem a bit kiddish, but let's just get back to our old days. Let's just get back to being a kid. I'm sure that most of you had even agreed to me when we had earlier discussed that kids are the people who are mostly happy. Why? Because they do not have any kind of tension or any kind of responsibility, right? So let's just become kids. Let's just repeat and follow these instructions. uh, in this infinity of life, where I am, all is perfect, whole, and complete.
Infinity of
In
life.
the
life
I
infinity
am
of
where
all
life,
I
In
where
am
the
all
all
is
is
infinity of
perfect,
perfect,
life,
whole,
whole
and
and
I
complete.
am.
complete.
All
Everything is
is
whole and
perfect.
complete.
Whole
All is
and
Wonderful,
perfect.
wonderful,
complete.
wonderful.
My
Great.
unique
That's
creativity
how it
Unique
is.
talent,
creative
Unique.
talent
ability
You are
abilities
already
through
set
me.
to
through me.
welcome.
so
Unique
through me.
creative
Welcome.
And
Your
express
are
talent
expressed in
abundance
abilities
is
deeply
there.
satisfying
satisfying
Wonderful.
ways.
through
Ways.
me.
Are
There
you?
are
There are
people
Creative
creative
talents
in
and
deeply
abilities
there
there through
satisfying
me,
ways.
who
expressed
are
in
always
deeply
There
looking
are
for my
people
satisfying
out
services.
there
Demands.
I am
who
This
are
always in
always
demand
looking
and
for my
can pick
services.
and choose what
I
I
am
want to
always
do.
in
pick
demand
and
and can
everything.
pick
I earn good money
what I
doing
want
what
to do.
satisfies me.
Yes.
My
I
Yes.
work
earn
Go ahead.
good
Go ahead. Go
brings
money
me
ahead.
joy
You take
doing
the
and
what
a
lead.
All
pleasure.
is
satisfies
well.
me.
All is well
Come on.
in
Come
my
on.
world.
All is
My
well
work
in
is
my
a
world.
joy
Wonderful.
and a pleasure. All is well in my world. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, there are people out there who are always looking for my services. I am in demand, and I can pick and choose what I want to
unique
do.
creative
I
talents and
go, I
abilities there
earn
through
good money
me.
while doing what
In
satisfies me.
demand, where
My work is a joy and a pleasure. All is well in my world. All is well in my world. All is well in my world.
I earn
Thank you,
good
guys.
money
Thank you.
doing what satisfies me. My work is
So with this, I'll just demonstrate one very last thing, and I'll say that the power is yours. The power is yours. Take control of your life. Whatever you set out to do would be a grand success, and you ought to move from success to success. Your life would be a series of stepping stones, and you would move from one glory to the next glory, and your life would be just, let's say, the highlights of a match. It would be the best thing that you can imagine. Totally, totally. So the powers is yours, and that's how I would like to give pause to my part of the session, and I would like to hand over this session to Mr. Abhishek, and he would be taking the session forward on how we can be enacting and implementing all of these things in a better manner. So I'm thankful to all of you. So yes, I welcome Mr. Abhishek Jhavar to continue the session.
So great session, Tanmay. Thanks a lot for this. And now I request the host to mute everyone. Yes, great. There is still some noise. Yeah, there is still some noise. Yeah. So I'm glad that I'm going to spend next 45 minutes on this Karwa Chauth with you all. It is an amazing day. Tanmay have shared some amazing information, some amazing affirmations. Let me start with a story. And this story is to support the session of Tanmay Bhai. There was a lady, and this lady didn't have a kid. So one fine day, lady decided to donate all her property to an a place where the elderly people are taken care of. She had the property for more than 2 crore rupees, and she have donated all every single small property, every single saving of her life to this particular place. And the moment this lady reached to this place, the manager of this property do not know, because the trustees were aware of this particular incident, but the manager didn't know that the lady have donated more than 2 crore rupees. Now, lady have just requested the manager, can you please allot me a room at ground floor because I'm already 80. My knee joints have got some pain and I feel difficulty in climbing the stairs. The manager said, ma'am, I will try my best to get you a room on ground floor, but I can't promise. And manager have tried checking it out. And he came back with a negative reply to the ma'am. Ma'am, I couldn't find a property. I couldn't find a room on ground floor, but let me find out a room for you on first floor. Lady said, it's okay. It is absolutely fine. Just see what is there on first floor for me. And the manager went to the first floor in charge, started inquiring about the availability of rooms. And this time the lady requested, if you find me a room nearby staircase, it will be easy for me because I find difficulty in walking and climbing down. The manager said, ma'am, let me check the availability. And again he came back. He said to the ma'am, I can't find a room next to the stairs, but it is at the last corner and that is the only room available on the first floor. If you want to have a room very next to the staircase, it is available on second floor. That is another issue for ma'am. And ma'am says, it is absolutely fine, brilliant. Just give me a room with attached lead bath. And the manager of this property started searching again. On that floor, the room which was available at last had not the separate flat bath for it, and she got to share it with the adjoining room. The same information reached to ma'am, and ma'am said, it is absolutely fine, brilliant. I'm getting a room at first floor and I'm going to share it with someone is a brilliant thing. And after this whole incident, the lady got shifted to this room, and the trustees of this property came to the property and they started asking the manager, I heard Miss Lalita is already shifted to our place. And the manager said, yes, I have given her the small room available on first floor, which do not have any lead bath. And she was very happy, though she have inquired, she have requested for the room on ground floor, on the first floor. And then the trustees started shouting on this manager because he was not aware of who this lady is. And then, out of curiosity, out of the inquiry, inquisitiveness, the manager went to lady and asked, ma'am, you didn't tell me about yourself. Ma'am, you could have given a call to our trustees and they would have arranged whatever you wanted. And the lady said one very simple and fine thing, my dear son, whatever come at place because of destiny, is what my God wants me to bestow with. Every single decision, every single choice which I'm making is not driven by me, but driven by my God. I accept, I take responsibility of my life because everything is going well in my life. Just one single affirmation, what the lady had in her mindset, has changed the way she thinks, has changed the thought process of the manager of this property. मन स्थिति बदलेगी तो परिस्थिति बदलेगी. Every single thing around us created twice, first in our head and then outside. The pain, what we are feeling, the tragedies which happen around us, and the kind of pain we get out of it is always in our head first and later outside. There are some situations where people just break themselves, and there are same situations where people thrive and they come out of it. Human brain has got immense capability, and I render my salutation to every single professor of NITs. You people have given the amazing mindset to the students of engineers. I believe in the capability of engineers because they are the generation on this planet who are just rocking like anything. They are doing, they are into entrepreneurship, they are into social service, they are into, machine learning, and they are into the, very famous part of the corporate life too. Every single thing has started from our mind, and the affirmation usually are taken as the words, as the phrases, as the statements, but actually affirmations are much beyond it. Tanmay have shared two amazing points. One is the theoretical part of the affirmations. Two is the law of karma, because without actions, nothing changes. So today I'm going to talk about the problem as well as the solution, and especially about the solutions which can help every single student of yours. So time to share my screen with you all. Hope the screen is visible to you all. Yeah. Okay. So if you look at this picture, we are always in conversation with ourselves. Every single moment we are talking to ourselves, and
Excuse me, sir, it's not visible.
just a second, just a second. Tell me, is it visible now? I think yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, it's visible. Thank you.
This is the most amazing picture which changes me, which transforms me in my own thought process. Why? Because whatever I'm speaking, whether it is for me, whether it is for others, or whether it is for the person who is not even aware of, my ears are listening to it every single moment. So I always start my session by wishing everyone most and more of health, wealth, and the aspirations you have in your life. Some of my friends, when I was doing my engineering, when I was in the first few semesters, first three semester, I didn't score first, second, third position during my engineering. But from fourth semester onwards, I was, doing just amazing during my engineering. And my friends were asking, Abhishek, तुम यार हमेशा लोगों को wish क्यों करते रहते हो? Why you keep wishing people when they are getting the first rank, second rank, or better marks than you? There was just one single reason, because my ears are always listening what I'm saying. So from last 2 days, you are listening to so many teachers, so many counselors, so many speakers and trainers about the mindset. And in this session, again, I'm going to share two tools with you with two different stories, which can give you an insight and which has changed my life personally. So every year, whenever it is a new year or new year about to come, most of Indians do one thing, that they start making some commitments. They have got some milestones. They have got some, initiatives. And what kind of initiatives these are? They want to improve their health. They want to write a book of themselves. They want to have their own website. They want to become an author. They want to start their business. They want to do 500 times progress in that 1 year. And every time when you look at these resolutions looks as if the same resolutions were there last year. And whatever resolutions they had in 2019, the same kind of resolutions they had in 2018 also. What happens in the whole case is just one single thing. The human brain, the human mindset do not understand very big and vague things. Our affirmations are very, very, very good. Affirmations must be practical enough. My life is very good because I'm getting oxygen right now. I want to complete a book in 365 days, and this is going to start with just 3 pages today. I want to write the content of my website, and today I will complete the introduction part. I want to improve my health, and today I will walk 10,000 steps. Every single affirmation which is leading to next level has started with one small chunk. There are so many challenges with our students. They think the education, their graduation is just something, after that their life will change. And today, when I interact with professionals from corporate life, they have got their own issues. Abhishek, there are issues in our relationship. Abhishek, there are financial issues. Abhishek, I'm unable to do my family planning. Abhishek, I'm unable to maintain my work and a life balance. Abhishek, I'm stressed because of so much of work. I'm stressed because of my EMIs. Our students are stressed because of the kind of curriculum they have. They are stressed because they are in the last semester or second semester of their life. Every single person, if you hear to their parents, most of us are parents here in this session right now, we all of us have got our own challenges. So challenge is just a part of life, and the whole challenge, whatever challenge, whether it is a small challenge or big challenge, the size of the challenge do not depend actually on the kind of situation they are into, but it actually depend on the mindset of the person. The person who is just like Ambani, Bill Gates, or maybe Tata's, for them, 100 crore rupees is just a single second decision. For a person like me, 100 crore rupees is the second milestone. It is not even the first milestone. In the chat box, I wrote 10 crore rupees in my account by the end of 2025. So the kind of challenge which your students are facing, which you are facing, which your son or daughter are facing, or your friend circle are facing, are absolutely important for them. And whenever you are hearing someone's challenge, you got to understand their mindset. And when you are having an amazing mindset, you can understand their situation. So if you look at the kind of targets, the kind of goals, the kind of aspirations people have, let me tell you one thing right here. There are some comments in the chat box. These also I would like to read if anything is important for me. Yes. So when you look at these challenges, when I was doing my engineering, I remember these days almost 10 years back or maybe 12 years back. At that time, I was thinking that if I complete this 5 mathematics paper, the engineering is going to be easy. In my first semester, one of my senior taught me, Abhishek, if you clear your first semester very well, the whole engineering is going to be smooth. And I was thinking after the engineering, the life is gonna be very smooth, very easy, but actually not. Every single time it is part of life, and students think that it is just one thing. If they clear, and there are phases, they are also going to become parents, they are also going to live their professional life, their personal life, and their financial freedom, which they are destined for, and all these things. Let me share one very small thing. Nowadays, when I discuss with students and I ask them, can you please share the contact number of your mother? And the student says, Abhishek sir, I go to check my phone because I don't know her alternate number. It is in my phone, I'll text you. What actually the student is telling, his memory is not powerful enough where he can save the contact numbers of his near and dear. You all are teaching mathematics, or you all are from technical background. There is a number, this pi, and pi is 3.1415. There are countries which celebrate 22nd of July as World Pi Day because it is 22 by 7. There are some countries which celebrate Pi Day on 14th of March, and there are people who remember 10,000 digits and 100,000 digits of pi. The students are unable to remember, unable to memorize what they are studying, and this is one of the challenge. At some point of time, the challenge looks so easy. At some point of time, challenge looks so big. The student who is into schooling, for him the challenge is very big. The student whom, when I project this screen in front of people and I tell them, just keep your own hand on your heart and ask yourself, if you are blessed with 25 minutes of time and you are asked to retain this number, to learn this number, will you be able to retain in your head? I asked this question to thousands of people in my public program. I have asked this question in a school where more than 10,000 audience were sitting, and people say it is next to impossible. Nowadays, people are unable to retain 10 digits or 15 digits or 20 digits. How come they can retain such a long number? And I always tell them, if you think you cannot, you cannot. There are people who can easily retain such numbers, they can recall such numbers, and the best thing is that they did not frame it up. It is just one single thing. There are students of mine whom, if you give them a book, after some 90 minutes of time, after 120 minutes of time, you can ask them to retain this number, and they will be able to retain it. They will be able to retain it. But students who are unable to retain this number,
Uh, all right. So we'll just wait for Mr. Abhishek. I'll just check on to it. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah, it's not all right. All right. All right. Yeah, I'll just do it.
Great.
Yes, please. Audible now.
Yeah,
Perfect.
great. So my laptop is off due to some reason. It is just getting on again. So when I project such numbers in front of the student says, sir, it is absolutely next to impossible to remember such numbers. And I always tell them, if you think you cannot, you cannot. And if you think you can, you can. And there are various students who have got Limca Book of Record, who have got Guinness Book of Record, and the students who have got so many records because of their mindset, because of their mind power, because of their memory. And these records are already available. And there are some of the records which are unbroken since 2015. Let me tell you, dear friends, I started my journey as a teacher in year 2013. I came out of Wipro Technologies where I was working. Screen will be shared, ma'am. The laptop is just switching on again. And in the whole process, I have worked with students and I understood our students can do as much we believe in them. Our students look onto themselves from the spectacles we teachers wear and look onto them. And that is what that is what change their mindset. I will share some of the tools with you which can develop the confidence of your students and also the change in their life. So I will, Tanmay bhai, I will take just 1 minute because the laptop is again on and I'll shift to the laptop.
So meanwhile, I'll let you guys know that Mr. Abhishek Jawar has been a great memory coach, and he'll be shortly demonstrating the value of pi to all of us. We do know that the value of pi is somewhere around 3.14 or something. After that, even I am not knowing about it, but our friend over here, Mr. Abhishek Jhabbar, he'll be telling you the power of memory, and he'll just be demonstrating. I'm sure, I guess, the 100 till the 100 digit after decimal, he would be able to demonstrate that in front of all of us, and I'm sure that would be a wow moment. He would be closing his eyes, and he would once again be sharing that particular screen with all of us, so that we do know that what is the value and whether he's saying correctly or not. And like I had the opportunity of having the same in front of myself, so I was pretty much awestruck, because on how we can even remember such kind of exorbitant numbers, and how we can even like train our minds to do the impossible. So that's all. I'm sure that with this kind of a mindset that even we have been talking about in my session, that the power of the human brain, the power of संकल्प उसको हम बोलते हैं, we say that into English that as the willpower, since we have friends from south as well, and I'm sure that they're loving this as well. So yes, the willpower, that once you're able to set that out, nothing would be able to stop you. And yes, so Abhishek is back, and I would just request Abhishek sir to put on the share the screen before he demonstrates the magical ability of putting out the numbers, 100 digits of numbers of the decimal value of pi. Yes. Oh, we are waiting for you, sir.
Also, you announced
Yes.
I'm going to demonstrate, huh? Okay. So, host a disabled participant to screen sharing. Can you please make me co-host now?
Yes, sure.
Do let me know once I'm done.
बोलो भाई को होस्ट बनाने के लिए.
Or Tanmay, you can share the screen if you are co-host.
अभिषेक को होस्ट बना दो. हाँ, ठीक. Okay. All right. I'll share the screen. Not a problem. All right, here we are.
Just put it on full screen.
The screen is perfectly visible, and yes. So stay tuned, everyone, for the magical movement. All of this that you're seeing in front of you, such huge numbers, elongated after the value of pi, 3.14111 something. I am totally at the moment incapable of doing it. So our friend Abhishek Java would be demonstrating the value of pi and demonstrating.
Tanmay, the size of the digits is a little small. So can you just delete last two rows and increase the size of it? Delete last two rows.
All right.
Yeah. Just do it. And so there are two things which I would like to share with you all. Demonstrating the retention of such long numbers is not the outcome here. There are more than 2,000 coaches of mine who are already doing such things. I have trained them. There is a proper system which can help people to have such an amazing memory. There are more than 50,000 students who are using these techniques, who are using these tools to improve their memory. There are so many school principals who say the school education has got enough of the content and amazing pedagogy. Only the missing part is how do we learn the science of learning? How do we learn what we learn? So right now, the kind of thing what I'm going to do in front of you is just to give you a belief system. If one person can do it, you also can do it. And the same kind of belief system I want to give to the to our viewers who are watching us on YouTube. That yes, it is absolutely possible for anyone and everyone who have got the tools for themselves. Anything and everything in the world which is possible for one person is absolutely possible for you and me. If one person has got, millions of rupees in his bank account, you and me also can do. And I'm going to discuss some of the affirmations with you in the same session. So Tanmay, if the slide is ready, just project it.
Abhishek, can you remove your headphone headset so that we believe that you are not hearing it?
Oh my God. Yes, sir. Jo hukum. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so just tell me if my voice is audible to you or not. Yeah.
Yeah, it's audible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll close my eyes. I'll put my hands on my eyes, and I'll Tanmay asked me to recall 100 numbers. So 100 numbers get over on the fifth row. So I'll try recalling more than 100 numbers for you all. Yes, so when I recall this number, you go to look at the screen, you go to cross check it. And sometimes, in case I do any mistake, you can have a belief system that yeah, 99% ho gaya hai. So ultimately, the whole exercise is to give you an understanding and a belief that yes, if one person can do it, you also can do it. So let me start doing it.
Perfect. Sure.
So this number is 311592653589793283264338327 uh, 05 3482534211706 and here the 100 digits are over. Then it is 982148051328230664 and
Fantastic, sir. I'm sure we have the faculties and the part-time hobby is checking papers, so they would be the best one to judge you on this particular thing. I'm sure they would be able to rectify if at all any problem, and I'm sure that you did not give any scope of rectification. So definitely.
yeah. So does my screen is visible now?
All right, I'll just stop saying my screen.
Yeah. Can somebody confirm is this the blue screen available on your thing? Is it blue screen right now? Yeah. Okay. So great. So let me tell you, dear friends, every single goal, whatever you have, whether it is numbers, whether it is books. Let me tell you, one of the student of NIT Jaipur, if there is a professor or participant from NIT Jaipur, there is a student of mine whom I taught in my early education career. His name is Rishabh Jain. He is pursuing his engineering from NIT Jaipur, and he have demonstrated this table of 64,829, a 5-digit number, 64,829 table in just 1.5 minutes of time. And for writing the table, for telling the table, Rishabh do not need any pen and paper. He just use his mind power. He just uses mental calculation, and he is doing amazing. There is another student. Sorry, sir. So there is another student whom I have coached in last 6 years. He do 200 sums of multiplication. Chaitanya sir, can you please mute yourself? There is another student who solved more than 220 sums of multiplication in 120 seconds. So the human brain, the human mind has got immense capability. It needs two things. One is a positive mental attitude, the mindset which we are creating through affirmation, through law of attraction, through so many things which Mr. Ram have shared yesterday. Today afternoon, Dr. Chaitanya have shared, and he was giving you a complete belief system. And the second thing is the planning, the strategy. So right now, from now onward, for next 20 minutes, I'm going to share the tools with you, how these planning come into picture, how this positive mindset can lead you to your goals, to your next target. So every single goal, every single outcome you have looks like an elephant. It always big for all of us. Whether it is website of yours, whether it is the book you want to write, or whether it is a course which you want to take, unless and until it is done, it looks like big in size, and the people who have already achieved it, this is ye to ho jata hai. It is just a pinch of a twisting job for them. But remember one thing: how do we eat? There is a phrase in China, there is a metaphor in China which says, how do you eat an elephant? And the answer is one piece at a time. Whenever you read a book, paragraph after paragraph, page after page. Whenever you wrote a book, you always wrote it one statement, one line at a time. When you are climbing the stairs from ground floor to first floor, you are taking one step at a time. Even if somebody want to travel all the way from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, they take just one step at a time. And the karma, the actions, and I will tell you, the person who got succeeded in its life is the person who is blessed with power. And I will be sharing a definition of power which I learned from a very small girl. She is just 6.5 years old, a girl from Delhi. She is winner in chess, and I was coaching her for her mindset, for her mental attitude. And she taught me one thing, that Abhishek sir, the person who has got power will change and transform its own life and the life of its people. So I will be telling you what is that definition of power on my upcoming slide. Before that, I want you to look at this particular thing. And all of you must have seen a duck which looks so calm, so patient, and एकदम शांत जैसी ये दिख रही है. But if you put a camera inside the water, the duck is always scrolling its legs to keep herself on top of the water so that she won't shrink inside, and at the same time she keeps moving outside. And the mindset what we all require is of a duck, where we are putting lots and lots of effort, हाथों को काम मिल जाए, and at the same time the brain, the head, the mind is so calm, so peaceful, so that it can take right decisions. The work of your mind, the work of your head is not to think so many things at a time is just to give the right direction, the right decisions to itself. Here is a very beautiful story. I was introduced to you all as a storyteller. So I would like to ask you a question, and to answer this question, I would request you to use your chat box. If there is a son or daughter of yours, or if you see someone around, and a 14 years old boy or girl start understanding the body language of others, the facial expressions of others, and become an amazing observer of whatever is happening in front of him from the experiences of others. If such kind of son or daughter start learning, if you have got such son or daughter, if you have got such students, how will you feel as a teacher? Do you want such kind of students? Do you want such kind of children around you? If yes, just comment yes in the chat box, and I will tell you the process, the framework of an amazing person who has got, who is actually a role model for so many people. Amazing. So many reverts, Shruti ma'am, Neha Joshi ma'am, Rahim sir, Ishaq Mukhavar sir, Anupama ma'am, Juliet Sena ma'am. Great. So this story is actually the solution. This story is not just to hear, but to model in your own life. And the same you can share with your students also. So this is the story of Dr. Kim and his son. Can you please show the previous slide? May I request the host to show me the, yes. So Dr. Kim, who is a very renowned professor, and Dr. Kim always come back from his office and he take his son for evening walk after dinner. Taking evening walk after dinner is a good habit. We all can practice it. So when he take his son for evening walk after dinner, he come back with his son and ask his son one question, that can you please tell me how many number of houses did you see in a row? May I request everyone to mute yourself? So the son come back from the walk, and then he says, Papa, so many houses I have seen. And Dr. Kim says, it is okay. I wanted to know the number, but it's fine. Next day, Dr. Kim goes to his office, son go to his school. Both of them come back from their school and office. They have their dinner together on their dining table. And after dinner, as a good practice, they go on walk together. And today, the son is looking here and there, wherever he wants. Dr. Kim is looking at whatever he wants. And both of them come back from the walk. And suddenly the son says, Papa, there are 24 houses in a row. And Dr. Kim says, my dear son, this is the answer for my yesterday's question. I appreciate that you have counted it, but today my question is, what is the color of fifth house? And the son of Dr. Kim says, I don't know. And Dr. Kim says, it is absolutely fine. Let's sleep. And both of them sleep. Next day they wake up. Dr. Kim go to his office. His son
Yes, sir.
Can you please? Yes, thank you. So again, there is another technical glitch. So let me continue. Tanmay, my story was continued so far.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, and you can share the screen. Tanmay, you can share the screen.
All right. I'll do that.
Yeah. So the same thing happening every single day, and you know what? Dr. Kim has done it for continuously for 2 years, and after 2 years, when the son was meeting any single person, he was looking at the body language of person, he was counting every single thing, and it was started just by very small observation. I repeat one single affirmation, repeat one single metaphor, which I shared just before this slide, that how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. If you think that you want to write a book, start it today and start with very small pieces, very minute chunks of it, and you will be able to do it. I wrote my first book at the age of 24 years, not because I was so knowledgeable at that time, but because the strategy of Dr. Kim and his son, the strategy of how do we eat an elephant has helped me. Tanmay, next slide, please.
Sure.
So I always say this is another affirmation which has changed my life in a very different way. Success doesn't depend on what you do in your office hours. It actually depends on what you do at your leisure. Every evening, people nowadays, and this is the beauty of this time, and this is the ugliness of this time, when I look at my brothers, my sisters, my students who tell me, Abhishek sir, aapne wo wala web series dekha kya? Nowadays, there are so many amazing contents available on various platforms. Just show the next slide. These platforms are also there, I guess. Next slide. One more. No, I don't think I changed. Okay, come back to the same slide again. So it is WhatsApp, and there is a student who tell me, he came to me for counseling, and he was telling me, Abhishek sir, I keep looking at my WhatsApp till 2 p.m. till 2 a.m. and I ask him, what do you do? What do you see in your WhatsApp? And he says, I expect that somebody will text me and I will revert. And then I asked him the same question. So do you get any message from somebody? And the person says, sir, no. And every day he's doing, and now he has got obsessive compulsive disorder for the same. Every day he thinks he is in hope. So being hopeful is an amazing thing. And such kind of issues are happening with our students. They are expecting oranges from mango tree, and the expectation management is completely different. One of the student come to me and he says, Abhishek sir, I want to do lots and lots of things in my life. I want to become as rich as Ambani, and I feel that I'm lazy. I feel I always procrastinate things. So there are two things are happening. Our students are becoming aspirational. We people are aspiring to next level, and at the same time, what is happening in their life right now. So it is not about what a person will do after 5 years. It is about what is happening right now, what they are doing in their present. So a small task, very small chunks with the big vision. Next slide, where I have shown the Amar Akbar Anthony thing. So look at this strategy. I call it Amar Akbar Anthony strategy. So what this strategy is all about, when you start things, you must be having some students, you must be having some friends, you must be having some family members who says, I want to earn 100,000 crore rupees by the end of 10 years or 20 years or 30 years. Or some people want to, create a big empire in their life, or somebody want to, publish so many research papers. I always tell them, you start at very small thing. There are so many people who are aspiring in the world. There are so many people who have tried and got failed. There are so many people who started their journey, got some experiences, and now they are just living a life of mediocre. with the same hope that yes, if I get a chance, I will do it. I call the person who has got aspirations but not action is Amar. The person who has got aspirations took some efforts but stopped in the meanwhile is Akbar. And there are some people who had the aspirations, they have taken some actions and they have continued their taking the actions, lots and lots of actions they took. And in the same journey, the people like Amar who have aspirations got the team of Anthony. The people who were experienced but couldn't do much, like Akbar, have joined the team. And मुमकिन को नामुमकिन कर दे, नामुमकिन को मुमकिन. एक जगह जब जमा हो तीनों, Amar, Akbar, and Anthony. It is not that a person who is having so many resources can succeed. It is not the person who has got so much of knowledge can write a book. It is not like that the person who has got an amazing fluency in any language can complete, can become an author. It is just the consistency. It is not CBSE, it is CDSE. Tanmay, next slide. I would like to talk about CDSE also. Next slide. Next. Yes. So the life's curriculum is not of CBSE. Some of the students have studied the Central Board of Secondary Education. Some of the students might have studied from state boards. Some of the students have studied in their regional medium. Some of the students have studied in their English medium or maybe ICSE board. Life do not follow any of these mediums because these mediums are just one step of the life, but not only the step of life. Life follow the curriculum of CDSE, and CDSE stands for consistent. Every day, day by day. It is not like lifting 100 kgs at a time, but lifting 1 kg continuously for 100 seconds. So consistency it needs a direction. So consistent, directed in one particular direction. If you took this initiative of writing your own book, if you took this initiative of writing the content of your own website, if you took this initiative of publishing a research paper, or if you took this initiative of completing your doctorate, in that case, you need a direction and need consistency for the same. And the third letter S stands for self-motivated. So there these affirmations will help. One step at a time, self-motivated from inside out, and E stands for efforts because it will require lots and lots of efforts. Without efforts, nothing can happen. So consistent, directed, self-motivated efforts is the next curriculum which life follows, which people follow. And there are so many people who keep thinking, Tanmay, show the next slide, please. So there are so many people who says that yes, money can do whatever I want to do. Money is one of the reason. I know a person, I have made a person write his first book just with 10,000 rupees. And I told him, you don't need to spend even these 10,000 rupees. We will find sponsors. And literally the same person has got sponsors to publish and print his book. There are people, dear friends, there are people who are supporting the good causes. This was the slide which I was telling that, yes, there are so many things. Remember, another affirmation, where your attention goes, energy flows. So what you are doing in your leisure decides where your upcoming future is going to be. And let me tell you that power thing, that for accomplishing, for getting succeed in your life, you need power. And what is that definition of power? It is not money, it is not associate, it is fame. The power is the ability to take actions. Let me repeat this again. Power is the ability to take actions. So first of all, think what is your elephant. First of all, decide what is your elephant, how big it is, and the strategy of Amar, Akbar, Anthony, that you start chunking it down into pieces, and definitely these things will work. Students who have tried doing, during my engineering, some of my juniors, they were super motivated at the very beginning, and later they feel that sir, ab to ye nahi ho sakta. So why this is happening is just because having a big goal is very good, but having a strategy for that goal will ensure how much that goal can be achieved, how much you can progress in that goal. So Tanmay, one more slide where I discussed about laziness. Yes. So Earth revolves around sun, not around you. This is another thing, that there are so many Milky Ways. We all come from science background. We all understand about the universe. There is a universe in which they have got so many Milky Ways. Out of so many Milky Ways, there is one Milky Way where we have got our planetary system. There are so many planets there, out of which there is a planet named as Earth. And the Earth itself has got so many countries. Out of these countries, there is one country named as India. And in that country named as India, there are so many states. Out of these states, there is one state where we live. And in that particular state, there are so many districts, so many talukas, so many towns. And in these towns, districts, and places, there are so many people. And out of these so many people, you and me are just one single pinch of dust. And out of the whole thing, we think that the whole world is around us. So the kind of affirmation what you can take is that you are alone responsible for where you are. I always tell this in my morning: if 10 crore rupees are not there in my account, is because of me, not because of others. The whole universe is ready to give me that particular thing. Only I need to take these actions on daily basis. And yes, this is changing in a very different way. Then my next slide. So here is my second last slide, that people keep asking me, Abhishek, how to overcome laziness and procrastination. And for this, I want to gift you an amazing tool, which, the tool with which I meditate myself. I do this every morning before I get down from my bed. And I request you all, I offer this gift to you all, if you want to take it, that next 7 minutes, I'm going to share the exact tool with you, which I'm using since 2012, and it has given me enough success, enough progress in my life. And I'm using the same tool with the same belief that yes, it is changing my life again and again. So I invite you all to join for this, and just stretch your shoulders, just sit erect, कमर सीधी कर लीजिए अपनी, have the single posture, the straight posture, and close your eyes. Take a deep breath, wear a big, beautiful smile on your face, and feel relaxed. And think as if you are already a successful person. And where you are sitting, just feel the air which is touching your cheeks, the air which is touching your hairs, the air which is passing next to your body. And feel the touch of land, the touch of sofa, the touch of couch where you are sitting. And now imagine that you are entering into a beautiful forest. And in this beautiful forest, you are listening to the amazing sound of river, air, trees, waves, the parrots, the pigeons, and you are just moving ahead. And when you are moving there, you see there is a very big banyan tree. And that banyan tree is smiling, is dancing. And you are asking, hey, banyan tree, don't you think that you are standing at same place from a long time? And don't you feel bored of doing same every day? And the banyan tree says that I'm here since 1000 years. And I feel it is my duty, whether it is raining or whether it is so sunny weather, whether it is so hot, I keep standing here because I understand in order to give shadow to people, I got to stay here. And this is my responsibility. And you human beings who have got an amazing roof, who have got air conditioners, who have got amazing resources to keep yourself on ease, you are not doing your duty. And suddenly you realize and you tell that banyan tree that I promise you that I will do my duty on daily basis without laziness, without procrastinating it. And the banyan tree offer his hug to you, and you are hugging the banyan tree and thanking banyan tree that thank you for making me realize that I need to put my efforts on daily basis. And then you again start walking in the same forest, and suddenly you hear there is an amazing sound of flowing river, and you sit at the banks of river and you ask the river, hey my dear river, how long you are flowing here like this? And the river says, I'm flowing like this since thousands of years now, and I'm continuously flowing because my water helps so many animals, so many creatures, so many living beings to quench their thirst, to satisfy their thirst. And you discuss about the laziness and the procrastination thing to that river. And river says, my dear friend, you are not working all 24 hours, but I do, whether it is day, whether it is night, whether it is dazzling, whether it is showering, whether it is enlightening, whatever is the circumstance, I got to keep flowing 24 into 7. And you human beings who work hardly 8 to 12 hours a day and feeling lazy, no, you got to change your attitude because your efforts are going to contribute into the life of so many people. And you realize, yes, if this one river is helping so many people around us, why don't I also learn it from the river? And you promise to that river, thank you so much. You have ignited the the intent of moving ahead continuously, consistently, directedly. And with this particular realization, you move next. And you meet a small, beautiful deer and rabbit which are playing together. And you asked them, how are you doing in this forest? What is happening in your life? And the deer and the rabbit tell you that every day we got to run and fight for our survival. There is a harm of the animals who are carnivorous. They come in search of us, and we got to run so that we can save our own life. Every single moment is uncertain for us. We don't know when we can become prey of these animals. And then you told them, they asked you, how are you doing in your life? And before you tell them, you realize there is no such adverse condition in our life. People are just doing amazing around us. The resources are there, the support is there, and there is no uncertainty. Still, we are having some reasons. Still, there are some kind of internal conversation which are happening, which are kind of excuses, which are kind of reasons which are not helping you to reach your goals. And you promise to that rabbit and deer that yes, I realize that I should feel grateful about my life and I'm in much better condition. And you thank them and you are moving next to it. And you meet an elephant, and the elephant is just waving hi to you and asking you, how are you feeling? And you discuss the same issue of procrastination and laziness with the elephant. And you ask, hey, dear elephant, you are so big in size. How do you manage your life? And the elephant says, my mother stopped feeding me after 2 months of my birth. There is not a single person who look after me for whether I ate or not. There is no wife of me who take care of me whether I ate or not. And you people have got amazing resources, amazing people around you. And you have got already so blessed condition and resources. And you realize that yes, even being so big in size, this animal is taking responsibility. And many times I won't leave the sofa just to quench my thirst. And with these realizations, you thank the elephant. And thank you so much, elephant uncle. You have helped me in my own realizations. And next, you meet the lion, the king of that jungle. And you are asking the lion that there are so many animals in this particular forest. Why you are the king of it? And the lion says, I am the king because I take lots and lots of actions around me. I'm very fast in taking decisions. I'm very fast when I move from one place to another place. I'm very fast in my own activities. And what I decide, I do. And you understand that to become king in life, you got to have the power like lion. And the definition of power, what lion again repeated for you, that power is the ability to take action, whether it is your book, whether it is your website content, whether it is your any of the short-term goal. It is just few days away. For that, you got to take some steps, some actions, and now you see yourself taking these actions around you. When you complete it, how your life is going to change, how people are going to appreciate you. Listen what people will tell you when you will write your own book, when you will complete your own website, how your business is going to improve. When you complete your doctorate, how good you will feel, what kind of wishes you are going to get from your friends. And listen every single wish. How, what kind of places your research papers are going to be published, what are the newspaper and news agencies will come to ask for your interviews. And when you do these good things, if you become millionaire, if you become multimillionaire, how many people you can help, how many children will be helped because of the kind of donation you will do. And you promise all these forest diversity that yes, I take decision of my life and I will take lots and lots of actions, because you all taught me that power is not in resources, the power is not in designation, but the power lies in the ability to take actions. And with this promise, you thank yourself because it was your own decision to hear and meet these people. So, with a very big, beautiful smile, with the sheer of joy and happiness and confidence, improve the intensity of these feelings and very, very gently open your eyes. And with this, I wind up my session. I'm very much available for all of you, and thank you so much to the organizers for inviting me.
Thank you, Abhishek.
So over to the host.
And thank you, Tanmay ji. It's amazing that the young children of ours, they are performing, presenting so well. The session was started by Sonia, who is equally young. It's echoing. Okay. Meanwhile, I can invite any queries or any comments from audience. Till that, I will set up this. Yeah, Tanmay. Actually, in this session, we also had planned to demonstrate some very specific activities to indicate the power of mind by having fire walk, by having some activities which really show that your mindset, if you decide, you can change your destiny, your life, your level of life. Tanmay, Abhishek, both are properly trained to demonstrate these activities of fire walk, where you have a live fire And on that, you walk with confidence by changing your mindset. Maybe next time when we meet sometime in person. I would like Tanmay to conclude.
All right. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Glad to be here. And as Professor Chaitanya Agrawal mentioned, that we'll be open to any of the questions or any further guidance. And also, the brief firework session that Dr. Chaitanya Agrawal was talking about would be open for everyone once we are able to meet physically. This wonderful event, firework, by which you can actually make yourself that capable and have that strong willpower that you would be able to walk on fire without getting hurt. All right, so that is something very, very practical, and we have been having participants and many people from all walks of life actually walking on fire, and that has been a wonderful experience for us till now. Mr. Abhishek Jhabbar has been taking those live experiences, which have been really well. So if anyone of the esteemed participants, the faculty members would be interested, could definitely contact any of us, and we would definitely be available in case you wish to have a demonstration of a person walking on fire, or if you yourself wish to walk on fire by to check on your confidence and to motivate you to do higher things in life. Yes. So on those notes, I once again thank all of you. Regards. Namaskar. Thank you, everyone. We'll once again meet tomorrow. Thank you, Abhishek sir.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Namaskar.